Welcome to Accelerate My Practice. So glad you could join me here today. Today I want to talk about personality types and communication, how will all of those play a role? Because I'm finding in some offices and in some circumstances, and I've had a lot of these personally myself lately, it's communication breakdowns that are just crushing stuff. So I want to chat about that. I first want to explain disc profiling a little bit and how we use it as a tool and what it could mean for you and for your office. DISC is an acronym that stands for something. It's a great question is exactly what it stands for. I'm not sure if it is even. But it's a D-I-S-C. And the D is a decisive kind of person. A decisive person is someone who has no problem making decisions, whereas a low decisive person is going to think and think and think and think stuff through. Sleep on it a lot. The I is an influencer. An influencer, someone who is just, the life of the party, someone who's going to influence all kinds of people and circumstances, and is going to change the dynamic of group settings. Your S is a stabilizer. The stabilizer is someone who tells a long story and wants everybody to be friends. And by the way, this is the biggest percentage of the population. Probably 60-some% of people in this country, their number one trait is stabilizing, S. And then the C are people who are really, really detail-oriented. That's the person who pulls out the directions and reads them very, very precisely before they do anything. So to reiterate, your Ds, very quick decision makers, they want to hear bulletized lists. They want to hear whatever it is you're going to try and tell them in 30 seconds or less. And I wants to hear all the details and all the fun stuff and how it's going to be a grand time and this person's going to love it and this person's going to love it. It's about fun times. Your S is going to have a very lengthy story that they're going to tell, and it's going to, depending on where their C is, they may be highly detailed or not, but they're very, very relationship oriented, want everybody to get along, so we all vote together to make sure we agreed upon what we were going to do and blah, blah, blah. And then your C is looking for a deal on it, they're doing Groupon, all kinds of stuff. So the challenge is, imagine these personality types and imagine you have all of them in the office. Imagine you have a high D as a doctor and you have a C as an assistant. And the doctor's just kind of winging it and flying by the seat of his pants. And the C is like, hey, wait a minute, we should read the directions. It says we're supposed to put this on for 30 seconds, blow with a little bit of air. I don't know what a little bit means, but you can see where this can cause massive amounts of conflict. So the challenge is, how can we appreciate the differences? Because there's not one that's right and one that's wrong. I mean, I think mine's right, of course, and everybody else is wrong. But that's the way everybody thinks. They all think their way is the right way. And what we really need to do is appreciate the diversity of each other and have a good aggregate of people. Recognize where your weaknesses are, address them and deal with them, don't run from them. Understand if you're an S and you don't like conflict, you need to face it. Understand if you're a D and you don't like to hear long stories, somebody wants to share their long story with you. Understand the differences in how you are, have some compassion, and face those differences boldly. And I promise you what you're going to find is a much more satisfying and fulfilling life. And more importantly than that, what will lead to that is better relationships through better communication. I hope you found this to be very, very helpful. Can't wait to see you next week. Until then, have an awesome week.
What if you could have the practice of your dreams? What's holding you back? Imagine a life where you have everything you ever wanted.